Greetings, folks, and welcome to Vinyl Therapy Sessions, the Jeepers Creepers number 832, uh, original versus reissue edition. I am your host, Coco Smooth. And yes, well, you're wondering why did I do this video? Originally, I had picked this up, the reissued up, because I just wanted a loose one to have because the Creeper is my favorite gosh dang character, and the pop representation I didn't mind having too. But I noticed something really strange when I first saw this. I was like, why does this look different from how I remember it? And yeah, this has a more rich, dark kind of red color on the ink for the art, on the new versus the old. I was like, oh, now I kind of have an incentive to not open it, to have two that are you know what I mean? Like not, both in package because the package looks so gosh dang different. And you could already tell off the bat, just on the plastic holder alone, that this is different from this, which is all the way down. And you'll notice as it get closer, this one's a little lower and this one's a little higher in general. Yeah, like things to look out for. Yeah, the color here is richer and this one's not as rich. Also here, look at this, how deep red that thing is going on versus this not as deep red and not as deep dark gray or brown or whatever, just kind of the way that is, right? Also in the back, same situation, except you'll notice in the back that this has collect them all and that does not. Okay. Yeah, MGM Jeepers Creepers 2001. Yep. Let's look at the top. See how the sides. Okay, they're both the bottom even darker, not so dark. The top, same thing. Darker here, there, much lighter here as far as the difference. Now the bottom, I imagine, is also there's going to be discrepancy, some serious differences. Right here, yeah, this is upside down because it's newer, and this is this is upside down because it's older, and this one's right side up because it's, I don't know how to explain, but you get it, you get the picture. This says 2023 because it was reissued in 2023, as you can see right here, and this was issued in 2019 as it shows right here. But yeah, already the biggest difference you could tell, right? So yeah, so if you don't want to get tricked into figuring out which is the OG and which is not, it's easy to tell now that I showed you guys the difference. Next, I'm going to show you what it's like outside a package, and yeah, in the next segment of this video coming up next. Okay, so one of the things that you'll notice off the bat is how different the new one plastic holder in the box versus the old one. The old one, because it was in 2019, doesn't have any of the pegs that would keep these things together. So this is classic. You can tell off the bat the difference. The new one has a more, I guess they did the more ergonomical thing to check to maintain, and of course the snapping feature for both the bottom and the top, right? That doesn't exist for this, which is free of it. So that's one of the main differences off rip from the packaging. So if you're looking for OG, remember straight this one, and if you're looking for reissue, this. Okay. And this is what they both look like outside of the package. From afar, you can't really tell the difference like too much. It's very subtle. But as you get closer, you're going to start to notice a couple of really big differences. Let me show. So right here's the OG. The OG, if you'll notice, has a lot more like, I don't know if it's this kind of, this was intentional paint detail to make them look more, I would say, grotesque, right? Like even the paint here, making them look all kind of, grimy, dirty, janky-ish, right? Give them eczema or psoriasis or something, right? While this has a more smoother, less, textured look paint job. So I don't know if it was it's you know what I mean? Look at it. It's just, I guess they both win in their own way. If you want the more dirty, grimy looking version, the OG one is cool, but if you want a more clean look, the left one, the most recent the reissues kind of, winning then for you. Um, the shade of pink or red on the shirt is different. Even the shade of the pants, you'll notice this is a little bit more Tootsie Roll to the left color. Well, to the right is a little more stale Tootsie Roll, ashy Tootsie Roll. um, I don't know if it's the design but you'll notice that the hair in the reissue is a little bit more far away, while this is a little bit closer. I mean, you just have to see it in real life versus unless it's abundantly apparent to you guys as you're seeing it side by side, right? The axe, for the most part, is the same. The boots look like they're the same. Everything about this, for the most part, is, I guess, the same, like, except for the writing on the neck on here, and there's no writing on the neck, on this one, right? This one said, and the OG one has a neck writing. This one has, they both have textured on the bottom, except this one has a ink on the right here in the bottom that says something. That's not on the original. Yeah, I think maybe the date. You can probably see a date. Yeah, this says 2019. This says, the heck date does it say over here? Yeah, well, they both say 2019. So this one just got ink on it on the bottom. So, anywho, but yeah, final thoughts on this. I originally bought this one to the left, even though I already had the one to the right, because I wanted a spare just for display and out. But since the variation is so different, I don't know how I feel about how I'm gonna go proceed. Because there's actual differences now. Now, if there wasn't any differences, then it'd have been easy, no brainer. But yeah, you see the differences here. This one has a little bit of a kind of a dip on this one. This one does not have that, or maybe it does. It's just more, the paint job is better at hiding it because of shade. So yeah, kind of weird. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about this, because the hat and the pants match here. The hat and the pants here match too. But yeah. Long story short, I guess, this is just for educational purposes. So in case you were you're dead set on getting an OG version versus a reprint, at least you'll know the differences now, right? The brown is a little more smoother here versus this one, not as smooth. It's more grayish. So for the OG, so yeah, for the original, yeah. And of course, the bottom of the feet is the big giveaway. The ink in the bottom, right, and the ink on the neck on this one. So you got, if you want the OG, look at the ink for the neck. Okay, that's all I got for this segment of Vinyl Therapy Sessions. The who did it, the difference between Creeper 1 and Reissue. I'm your host, Coco Smooth, and until the next video, folks, ciao.